Gonna try, gonna try, gonna try. Work till I die, till I die, till I die. I'm gonna fail and get up, 'cause I'm not giving up on my dream.
Hi my lovely Frosty fam, it's me, Karen Frost at Nail Decadence. So I'm just showing you what I'm going to be using in this video. As you can see, there are not many things that I'm using. I'm using a milky white, a clear and some flowers. So that is literally it. The milky white I mixed myself with just a bit of clear acrylic and white acrylic and just, you know, tested it out until I got it the way I wanted it. Very simple and easy to do. But if you want to know how I mix any of my other acrylic colours, link is in the cards to a video where I show you how I make my coloured acrylic powders. In this video I'm going to be using my beautiful hand dolly. She's gorgeous. This is the darker skin toned one. She's named after me. She's called Karen. How cool is that? I'm so happy about that. Anyway, so yeah, if you are interested in getting yourself a silicone realistic looking practice hand, I highly recommend handdolly.co.uk, and you are most welcome to use my code KFGIFT. I've put it on the screen for you to see. And yeah, so that is an affiliate link, so I do get a few pennies, but bear in mind, this, I would never recommend something that I haven't spent my own money on and totally love. So I actually purchased 2 of these with my own money before I became an ambassador or affiliate. So just bear that in mind. I will never recommend something to you that I think is rubbish or is a waste of money. I wouldn't do that to you, not at all. Anywho, let's get on with the design that I'm doing. So we're doing milk bath nails, as you saw from the thumbnail of the video. I've literally got flowers and petals from a bunch of flowers that my family bought me, and I dried the flowers and saved them, and then yeah, literally pulled off some of the petals that were dried and put them in a baggie. That I made sure that the bag had air holes in it though, because you don't want them to sweat or anything and then get moldy. So do make sure that whatever you're storing them in has airflow to it. So yeah, I've just picked some of those petals out and we're going to be building milk bath nails. So first things first, as you saw, I applied my thin clear base. I always apply thin clear base to my nails, regardless of what design I'm doing or who I am doing the design on. It's just good practice, and yeah, it's always a good idea to do, but just make sure it's very, very thin. After that, I applied some of the milky white, added some of the petals, and then sporadically placed some milky white covering certain areas of the petals so that it looks like they are soaking in a milky bath, which is the whole point of this set, Milk Bath Nails. It's all in the title. So you can buy dried flowers that are really, really tiny and cute. That you know, you're welcome to use those, but like I said, as I had this bunch of flowers, I looked at them, I thought, you know what, I'm going to dry some of these and keep them and do some milk bath nails with them, so that I always know that I've got this set of nails that I did with some flowers that my family bought me. So it kind of a bit sentimental, but you know, why not? It's free essentially, because you know, I didn't pay for the flowers, my family did. And why not make use of them? So yeah, kept a few of the little leaves as well. So I'm just going to pick out, as you saw, I placed some of the milky white down, and I'm just going to place some of the petals into that, and wherever necessary I will just separate some of the petals off, as you saw just then. I've got a baggie that I'm using to hold the petals and leaves down with, because they do stick up a bit because they're dry. Of course, they can be a bit willful and not want to sit the way you want them to. So just grab a baggie like what I did and just use that to hold the petals down whilst that acrylic is drying, and then it will, when the acrylic is set, it will hold them in place for you. So I've moved on to the middle finger now that I've done that ring finger. Again, placing some of the milky white down first of all as a base. That way we've got the, you know, milky white background that we're after. So now that that ring finger has started to set up a bit, I'm going to use the plastic baggie to just push those petals into that acrylic and get it to hold them in place. And then I will go back to the middle finger, add some more petals where I want them, and then I will add the acrylic over the top to hold them in place again, and I will push it down as best I can. I'm trying to flatten it out with my brush a little bit, and then I will use the baggie to hold it in place after I've placed some more acrylic over the top of them. There we go. So just hold that baggie over the top, and quite, you do need a fair amount of pressure, so I'm just spreading that petal out. Yeah, you do need a fair amount of pressure to hold them in place as that acrylic is drying. I suppose you could use some nail glue, which would dry a lot quicker, but I was quite happy to do it with just holding down the baggie. So I'm just going in between both nails and placing some of the milky white over the petals and leaves, and that little bit of petal was sticking up still, which was really bugging me, but I've just tucked some acrylic underneath it. I'm just using the ferrule of my brush to hold it in place, and then onto the middle finger, place some more of the milky white over those petals, so that you've got that kind of, some of it's covered in milk and some of it's sticking up out of the milk kind of effect going. That's the whole it's the whole principle of milk bath nails, isn't it? And once I have got them looking the way I would like them, in floating around in their milkiness, I will add the clear acrylic and cap those nails in place to protect them. I'll also be adding my structure at the same time, so I will add my apex in the right place. I like to have it in the back third of the nail, and we do want to encapsulate those lovely pieces of leaves and petals so that we don't file them away, of course. So that milky white layer was very thin, because you do need to allow for the petals and capping them securely in the nails, because don't want to go to that effort and file them away. It wouldn't look pretty. So I will just keep adding wherever I need it some of the clear acrylic to encapsulate, and I will look at that nail from all angles and get it to the correct thickness that I am looking for. With nails this length, they do need to have an apex, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a huge high apex. I'm not a fan of extra thick nails. I despise a thick free edge. That is something that I really do not like at all. So I always keep it maximum credit card thickness. I do like to do it preferably a little bit thinner than that on the very free edge, but do make sure that your strength is there in the back third and that your apex is placed in the correct place, because that's where you need your strength. That's where the nail is most likely to snap from, and you don't want to break your nails after you spent all that time creating them. You want them to survive until the next infill or redesign. So same again on that middle finger, just encapsulating those petals, and onto the index finger, and I will again lay a thin layer of the milky white down as my milky background to lay my petals into. I'm just placing the middle bead, and then I did the cuticle bead, the free edge bead, and then I'm doing the cuticle bead. You can do the beads in any which order you prefer. That's entirely up to you, which you're more comfortable with. So I'm adding another green leaf. I'm adding this gorgeous burgundy-ish, purplish petal, and another purple petal. These are really cute, these ones. You'll probably recognise some of these petals from flowers if I'm sure everyone's had flowers in their time. If they've not received them, then bought them themselves at least. These, flowers are big, so just pulling off the petals after they've dried, they do get smaller as they dry. So next time you get a bunch of flowers, keep a few of the flowers behind, hang them upside down and dry them, and you've got you know, foliage to put into milk bath nails. I mean, can't go wrong there, can you? And you can also put them into pendants and resin and all sorts. If, you know, the flowers have sentimental meaning for you, that would be lovely to do as well, you know. So yeah, and it's, you know, you're not having to buy an extra product, you know, it's there, something that you would have put in the compost or in the bin. So yeah, why not make use of them, keep them. Yeah, I like these. I don't always keep the nails that I make, but like I said, this was a bunch of flowers from my family, so yeah, I am keeping these ones. So once I've added my milky white over some spots over the foliage, then I will cap them like I said. So yeah, it's rinse and repeat on this set because all the nails are, you know, they're the same in that it's add the milky white background, add the petals and leaves, then in various spots cover the petals and leaves with some milky white so that they are looking like they are in a bath of milk, and then encapsulate them. So yeah, this is a much quicker video than you guys normally get from me, so I filed and shaped off camera to keep this video short because some people do like the shorter videos, and you know, it's not easy, I can't keep everyone happy, but I do try my best. So filed and shaped off camera on this set because, you know, it's pretty basic, and removed the dust, then used a lint-free wipe with some rubbing alcohol to remove any remaining dust particles, because that's really annoying if you get that in your top coat. It makes it bumpy. And yeah, so there, you know, time to top it off and keep it tough. So here we go. We're at the end of the video. There's some video footage and some photos at the end, so I'd like to say thank you ever so much for coming to my channel and spending some of your most precious time with me watching this video. I enjoy your company. Thank you ever so much. If you have not already done so, please go ahead and click that subscribe button so that you can see some more of my videos if you would like. If you have enjoyed this video in any way, shape or form, please go ahead and click that like button. It would mean a lot to me and my little channel, and I'd appreciate it ever so much because it's an indication that you're enjoying the videos. And if you feel like it, you're most welcome to leave me a comment. That's all I've got for this time, peeps. You take care now, and I'll speak to you all again soon. Bye for now.
Yeah, like a little text saying, hey, what's up? They look at me, I'm in a bad situation. Look at him, he's got a bad reputation. They be looking at us, thinking we are too much. Look at me, I'm in a bad situation. Look at him, he's got a bad reputation. They be looking at us. Why do I need to be good all the time? I'm wrapped around his finger, but he is mine. Someday soon, I'm gonna make it. Yeah, all hard work's gonna